the mystery guy that I pushed away. So what's up, you guys? Today is gonna be a very different video. I was just sitting here and I had a little time before I go to work, so I'm like, how about I do a story time for like the first time ever? So it's this story that like it kills me every time I think about it, because it was like this dude, he was just so fine and I messed it up. So let's just go over everything. I'm gonna tell y'all like what happened, how it happened, everything, you know, like everything that happened, because y'all don't even know, y'all just know it's a dude. So all right, so I got my Fiji water. Like, I wish I had some snacks. It could have been like a mukbang, a ASMR or something, you know, like all them little popular videos. But getting into the story, is about 2010, and I had just graduated out of high school. I had went on my prom, then I went on somebody else's prom. So this was around the time that I went on somebody else's prom. So sis had her hair done. You know, I had my little tracks in. This was before like sew-ins became like super popular. I think that was the first year that was the year like I had got my first sew-in. I think I got my sew-in after that. Like, so I had my little tracks in or whatever. And so it was hot outside. You know, prom season is around like June, May, whatever. So me and my cousin, Nene. So Nene is younger than me, but she always, like, we always was around each other. And Nene is like, she was like the younger cousin that was like older. Like, so she
powering off.
Okay, speaker. Okay, so she act older, you know, so she was mature. So like I would hang with her, she would hang with me. We were like partners in crime. We were like this. So it was so funny because I was like graduating out of high school. I was like 17, 18. She was like 15. Like, she had to be like 15. And so we would like, because it was hot outside, we would like walk the streets, you know, like little, not like little thoughts, but you know, because we had respect for ourselves, but we would do like what thoughts do. It was hot outside, we would walk down the street, like, you know, trying to get some attention, all this other stuff. So this one day, so I live in Chicago. So this one day, we decided we was gonna walk downtown. Like, I don't know what we were thinking about. We live nowhere close to downtown, but like from where we was, we could see it. So we were just like optimistic, like, yeah, we're gonna walk downtown today, whatever. But walking was like our thing because we didn't drive. And I don't know, like, I don't know why it didn't dawn on us to just be like, catch the bus. Maybe we didn't have no money. I don't know, but we just wanted to walk and be seen that day, I guess. So we walking. So we get to like, if anybody like watched this and they live in Chicago, we were like on Hamlin and like Madison, so you get an idea. And then we walked to like California and Madison, or not California and Madison, like Sacramento or something. Like we was there. Like, that's like a huge, okay, so my camera tried to turn off on me because they don't, of course, like, you know, the camera never wants you to be great. I'm a little parched. So we were walking or whatever. We get to like Sacramento and like Madison, or it may have not been Madison. I'm trying to think about the other street. I don't know how we ended up on like Jackson or something. It was like Jackson. I don't know how we ended up on Jackson, but we did. So we don't like Jackson, Sacramento, or Jackson, in California, something like that. So we walking. So we see these guys or whatever. And so my cousin, one guy talked to my cousin, the other one is like, yeah, like, come here. You know how guys are like, come here or whatever. So you know how girls are, we like, come here. Now you come to me or whatever. So that's how I'm like, you come to me. He came to me or whatever, and then like he was cute too, like Trey Songz, like this. I promise you, in 2010 it was just like, oh, he looked like Trey Songz a little bit too. And then like, okay, backstory on me. I've always been like a confident girl, but it's just like sometimes you know you see somebody and you just like, dang, he too fine for me, like. You sure, God? Like, he too fine. Like, he looking at me. You had them times where you just think somebody is just too fine for you. And so, 2010, I guess I just wasn't there yet with the confidence. So, I was just like, either a little too fine, Lord. Like, nah, I don't know. So, I'm telling you, like, Trey Songz is like the best description. He looked like Trey Songz. So to this day, I still know this guy. But we exchanged numbers and everything. Like, I think we was chilling with them for a little minute, like just talking to them for a while. Cause at this point, like, we forgot all about the downtown situation. And once, you know, it got dark, we ended up going back home. So after that, I have like, my memory is really not so good, but I'm trying to remember the story as vividly as I can. I don't remember when it was that he texted me. I don't know if it was that night or the next day or whatever. So he texted me. So he's like, yeah, what's up? Yada, yada, yada. He told me his name. So he like, yeah, my name Rico. But he told me his name that day, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, nah, you told me your name was whatever. And so I'm gonna just use some names or whatever. Cause the name that the dude gave me was kind of like a send-off name anyway, like Rico Suave. Like, come on. So I could use that name because this is like what. And so the other dude, we gonna call him Trey Songz, okay? So Trey Songz, I'm thinking Trey Songz texted me, so he like, yeah, no, my name Rico, da da da. So I'm like, Rico? I'm like, no, you told me your name was Trey Songz, you know? So he was like, no, like, then he started describing and stuff. I'm like, nah, you had a little facial hair, you had a little beard, da da da. So, like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know who I'm talking to because this is not the same dude. But that day, I only talked to one person. I promise y'all. Like, I know I said it was like little thought seeds or whatever, but I only talked to one dude that day. So I'm like, Rico. So that at this point, the guy like, yeah, like I'll pull up and come see you, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So at this point, the dude's like a mystery dude, but it's not Trey Songz. So I'm like, who is this? So he telling me like, yeah, Quee, I met you, da 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 da. He giving me my, like, this is my nickname, people call me. So he like, yeah, your name Quee, I met you, da 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 da. So I'm like, when did you meet me? Because I don't remember meeting you. So this is the conversation we're just having. Like, I'm just like, I don't remember meeting you. And he's like, I guess, like, in a way, you know, somebody telling you like they don't remember meeting you, it's like, what? Like, what you mean? So I'm just steady saying that. Like, I'm constantly telling him I don't remember meeting you or whatever. Okay, like, well, we get to a point where he like, all right, I'm gonna come see you. So I remember everything I had on. I had on this little pink jacket that I remember. I think my friend Danielle gave me this little pink jacket. I had my little tracks in. So he come, he meet me, whatever. We lived kind of in the middle of the block, and it was like a busy street. So I had to walk down to the corner because he parked like off the corner or whatever. So he was like walking towards me, I was walking towards him. So I'm looking and I'm like, yo, this is not the dude from yesterday, but he is fine too. So I'm just like, wait. So he was just too fine. Like at this, like, he was kind of fine than the dude from yesterday, you know? So I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, man, he fine. Like, I remember he had like this rosary tattoo. He was light skinned, so he was giving me like very much Chris Brown vibes, but he was just fine. So like, he came, whatever. We like exchanged hugs and stuff. And so he smelled good, like he smelled really good. I'm like 2010, like what did niggas know about like cologne back then? But I don't know, like I don't know, like we 18, 19 years old, what you do about cologne? I really never even got to know like how old he was, or if I did, I don't remember. But he wasn't like too much older, but he was so fine, oh my God, like, man, he was just so fine. And I'm just like, God, what is happening? Like, what's up with all these fine dudes? Like, oh, I can't handle it. I gotta chill with this. No, this story cracks me up every time. I wish that I was on YouTube around the time when it like first happened and I could do like story time, like vividly. Y'all would be crying laughing, because I remember I told the story on Instagram, and the dude Trey Songz, he was following me on Instagram, and he was like, oh, so that's what happened, huh? And I was like, yeah, because I actually said his name and everything. I'm just like that type of person, but just for the purposes of YouTube, like Trey Songz. So yeah, I had told the story on Instagram, whatever. He was like, oh, so you really, it was just two dudes or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. But at that point, like, we wasn't really talking like that. But yeah, he's still cool, whatever. After that happened, what happened? Okay, so I don't remember how me and him like ended our conversation, the face-to-face. But after that, I don't know if I don't think I even heard from him again. And I think the reason why, I think we did say something to each other probably, I don't remember. But after that, I didn't hear from him again. And I feel like it was because I kept telling him like I didn't know who he was, which I really didn't. Like, he knew who I was. Like, he knew who I was. And I had kind of had that spirit on me. Like, I was like, man, did somebody set me up? Like, but he was fine. And he had to know who I was, because he has kept telling me like, yeah, I met you. And he had to like see me before and stuff, but I did not know who he was. And I was just like, man, one of my cousins must have set me up or something. But I just didn't know. Like, he was so fine though. Like, I don't remember exactly what he looked like, but I just know he was fine. And like, if I saw him today, I probably wouldn't even know, you know? And then he gave me a little send-off name, talking about Rico Suave. Rico Suave? If I wanted to look for you, I can't find you, you know? So like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's my story on like the mystery guy. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna title this video. Mystery guy. I don't know. But he was just like a mystery. So with the other guy, Trey Songz, this is how I found out that it wasn't him. So I found out it wasn't him before the guy actually came and met me, because he ended up texting me. So the other guy, Trey Songz, ended up texting me, and he was like, yeah, this is Trey Songz. So I'm like, so this is around the time when all that was happening. I'm sorry, y'all, I really got a bad memory. So I forgot to include that part, but around the time where it was happening, he texted me too, and he was like, yeah, that's Trey Songz. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm lost, because the other guy texted me, but at this point, he ain't really give me his name. So I'm kind of texting both dudes, and now I'm like, who is this other dude? So it's just like, who is this? Like, at this point, and that's how it was. So that's when I ended up finding out, like, oh yeah, this is such and such. And I'm like, so who is this other person? So the dude was like, yeah, I'm gonna slide on you, whatever, whatever. So he came, and that's when I met him, and I'm like, but after that, like I said, I guess he kind of was like offended, like she don't know who I am. She don't remember meeting me. Around that time, I wasn't like really getting drunk or drinking or anything like that. So it couldn't have been like a night where I was drunk, because I was just young, like during high school or like coming out of high school, I wasn't even like drinking and stuff. So it couldn't have been like one of those nights where I was drunk or nothing like that. So I was really like, where did I meet this dude at? And he really like stood on his word, like he met me. If he did, I don't know, but he was so fine. And I just feel like I pushed him away. That's gonna be the title of the video. I pushed away the fine boy or something. The mystery guy that I pushed away or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be good. But yeah, that was my story I had to tell y'all, because that story to this day, like, it's still, I don't know if it bothers me that I don't really know the dude and I don't really remember what he looked like. So if I saw him, I wouldn't know. I just remember what area he told me he was from. But it's still just like, wow, I ruined it. Basically, that's how I feel. Like, still years later, I just feel like I ruined it. I mean, of course, in a joking way, but yeah, I ruined it. Like, how you just gonna tell a guy, like, you don't know who he is? But I didn't. I could have just kept going along with it though and just been like, oh yeah, well, I do remember you. What's up? You know? But I was just so like, I was one of them girls who was just like, okay, it is what it is. I'm still that person, but it's like, girl, he was fine. I really wish I could show y'all or something. I don't know. And I bet you he's just even finer. Like, he probably look even better. If this video go viral and he see me, maybe he'll remember me and say, oh, that's Queen Queen. I'm like, oh, we can reconnect. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but no. Man, okay, y'all. So that was my story time. If y'all want to hear some more stories, I am very bad with remembering things, but I probably could come up with something. I have another story that recently happened to me. It's about a guy. He just was, I don't know if he was cheap or his funds was low, but it's a story for you guys. So if y'all want to hear that story, then y'all make sure y'all comment, tell me how y'all like this story, and I can do story time for y'all. I mean, I'm just trying to make my channel more like where y'all can connect with me more. But yeah, and I know story time videos are like very interesting for most people. So yeah, that was my story time. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.